kid that there was a black kid that got shot over the fact that he was doing these stupid street pranks where he goes up to, in a black neighborhood, by the way, going up to people saying, "You want to get popped? Huh, bro? You want to get popped? You talking shit? You want to get popped?" And then pull out a can of pop soda, soda pop, and he ended up getting shot because of that. Now, first of all, you being a black kid, you should know that, not necessarily automatically you should know this, but like I would say 85% of black people should know if you go around
saying shit like that.
Saying shit like that, you gonna get actually shot the fuck up. I don't know what you thought. So these white kids going around saying the same type of shit.
Yeah, and see, when it comes down to white people doing that shit, especially for what's been going on around with cops and all that, y'all ready to fuck up a white person doing dumb shit like that. Like go outside the house, I'm waiting for a white person to try to fuck with me just to give me a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So it really comes down to all the views and stuff like that. It has to be fake. It has to be something that, you know, it's just for how racist they can get, because they know they can get a reaction out of black people from if they did to a white person, and that just fills the comments with like it says racist motherfuckers is looking for these videos. Like, oh, they got new one now. What can I say about these coons now? They be going in, but
yeah.
If you see the opposite version of that, of white people doing some goofy shit, you would never see a white person.
You never see that shit.
Exactly. Sometimes I actually...
You never hear about a white person like, oh, a white person today went up to the hood and shot up the neighborhood. Fuck no, because they know they're going to get their ass whooped. That's why they be going to these elementary schools and all the other places and shit. They know they go to the hood, they're going to get fucked up by somebody.
Somebody going to have a gun on.
They're going to get fucked up before the cops show up.
So it's really weird that these channels get to do this type of stuff and feed off of...
Yeah, only TV shows can get away with that shit, because they can be like, oh man, it's just a TV show, and they give them like $300, and they'll be like, oh, alright, no problem.
Exactly. And so they have to be paid beforehand. No way this is where he's coming up to his black people.
Yeah, say, hey, you talking shit?
And no white kids got shot. Because they be doing some outlandish shit. So it's farting from people's faces, stepping on their shoes, and like, really?
That's a big no-no.
And they just target black people. They
don't try to fuck with like no Spanish people in the neighborhood or nothing, or...
What say?
They never try to target like no Spanish people in the hood, because Spanish people live in the hood too.
That's true. I mean, you will see some scattered, but they know...
They know they're going to get a rise out of black people more than anything else.
It's going to be doing the most. Black people are going to get the most upset. Black people are going to be pulling out guns and wanting to beat the motherfucker up. And that's what they want. They don't want a successful prank. They want the pranks that gone wrong. That's when they get more views on a prank. Because people want to be like, well, what went wrong? I want to go see this shit.
Yeah.
Somebody get knocked the fuck out. Or somebody get tackled to the ground and almost get their arm broken, and these white boys are willing to do that because they get those millions of views and hundreds of comments to ask for being racist and ask for
I remember seeing one video where a dude was doing a prank. I don't remember what it was for. I think it was like, I know it was with some dude, and he decided to say, okay, this one black guy. He's like 6'8", 350 pounds. Let me fuck with this guy. He fucked with them, one punch in the face, knocked out. Got a concussion from it. His whole right eye was swollen the fuck up. You wouldn't think he had a right eye. And I'm just thinking to myself, that's not worth it. I'm not doing a fucking prank video to get a concussion out of it.
It's just not. And
if I would,
so quick with those hands, like collab videos you can watch right now, pranks going wrong, and majority of them is going to be of black people fucking up a white dude because, oh, I ate a piece of your pizza. What you gonna do? Nigga, I just spent the rest of my money buying this.
Right, shit.
Into the rest of the day.
This is my food stamps, motherfucker. Bam. You know, yeah.
And then you'll have people defending both sides, and white people going, oh, black people was just too aggressive and shit like that.
Yeah, all that bullshit.
Conservative ass.
And they were provoked to begin with.
Well, not flat out racist, but it's just going, well, see, this is why I don't mess with. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
This is why you can't have.
Say,
You'll see a comment. This is why I can't hang out with black people. Y'all too aggressive.
yeah, exactly. I'm
Jesus
like,
Christ.
this dude just stepped on somebody's shoes that they probably spent half their check buying. Just because your parents bought you shit don't mean that his money comes free like that. Like, he just get it.
Yeah.
Like, off the, you know, and it's just really, it's not even a prank. It's you just being an asshole, and then you just want
Yeah, you're just trying to get views to be an asshole to people. Now, see, my idea of a trolling video, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone steal this idea. I had an original trolling idea, is that I would get a costume and stuff. I think I thought of this about like 2 years ago. I was going to dress up like Donald Trump, go to random restaurants, walk up to the cashier and be like, you know what, you're fired, then walk out. That's my type of trolling video, is to say some odd shit to them, then just walk out normally, like nothing happened, then just have a look on the face like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck, Donald Trump showed up? What? Those are my types of pranks, like on TV where they do a prank and then... What's that one show? The Carl Bonaro Effect, I think that's what's the show's called. He does magic tricks and fucks with people's heads, but he plays it off like it's fucking normal. They're like, wait a minute, how did you get up here? You were over here. And he's like, what? No, I went around the back. He's like, but you were right here. He's like, no. And they try to make them believe that they're out of their mind. That's what I call pranking.
That's clever shit. That's clever.
Make them question their own mental state. Like, okay, maybe I'm just fucked up in the head.
It's one of those things where this one dude that does these pranks, and it's so it makes sense. There's one I gotta look up his shit. I think he's the dude that made the Retarded Cop series.
The Retarded Cop.
You gotta look at this retarded cop, and it's this retarded who actually is mentally handicapped, but I think he knows it. You know, he knows the joke. He's in on the joke. I think it's his brother or something like that. But he acts like he goes to a person that's on the phone. He puts the phone. He's act like he's on the call, but every time that person says something out loud, he responds to it. So a person says, "Can I be there at 8?" And he goes, "Yeah, can you be here at 8?" And he just keep going with it and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. Can you mind? I'm talking on the phone. Can you mind?" He just keeps going with it, and you would think that simple of a premise can't get that funny. He makes it funny as shit, and that I can see how people can get kind of irritated by that. But he's not snatching somebody's phone away and then get surprised that he's about to whoop the person who uses guy's phone, snatch phone. He's about to whoop his ass. Like,
yeah,
I've seen people do that, and then people in the comments defending the pranker, saying, "Oh, he should have been that aggressive with him. He's gonna beat his ass over the phone." Yeah, motherfucker. You know how
if someone ran up and snatched your phone, saying, "Oh, you can't catch me," you gonna beat his ass, regardless.
Well, irregardless, and people still trying to defend the prank, and it's not really a prank. It's dumb
Yeah, a
shit.
prank is something when you fool someone and then you both have a good laugh out of it.
That's true. Especially if it's for somebody you know, you can get mean and you can get kind of nasty.
Yeah, like what was that? What's that one YouTube? It's like boyfriend versus girlfriend when they prank each other and shit. That's innocent shit.
Yeah, you know, because they don't end up fucking the rest of the night anyway, so you know it's gonna be cool. So you can't do girlfriend, boyfriend, tight friend shit to dudes on the street, to strangers on the street. You gotta do something clever, like the dude with the phone and shit. You gotta do something where it's funny. They're taking advantage of that person. They actually getting pranked. That's the point of the prank, is take advantage of somebody, their reaction, falsify it. But when you just go up saying, "Oh, let me put these hands on you, bro. You talking shit. The nigga over there saying you was talking shit. Let me put these hands on you." And they put out those silly string hands that stick to the wall. So I got some hands for you. It's just like, come on. And then you have kids that watch this shit multiple times. They go out and do it.
Yeah, they go out and do it. Then they get shot and get their ass whooped.
Exactly. And they ain't getting no views from it. One, because they shot and died. And two, they
World
don't
Star.
have
World Star don't count.
It really doesn't. You know, they put up, you know, World Star is run by Satan, so you know he don't put up anything that can bring some shit to it, because it's a theme on there. This was one video that I saw. My sister was watching. She decided to click it. Where a woman tries to commit suicide. It was off a bridge, and she falls and like lands on the lower part of her back, and obviously she's dead. And then somebody wrote in the comments, "Oh, I bet that's how she lands on the dick." I was like,
"What? Come on, dude. Come on."
I died from just shock of that. Going, what the fuck?
It's so fucked up you couldn't help but laugh.
I couldn't help it. That's my filter. I'll laugh when I get like shocked by shit. It's like mechanism that goes off. I was dying, going, this motherfucking place is straight from hell, nigga. This motherfucker. Your fingers should be hot from touching the mouse from clicking that side on. It's horrendous to go on that site, and no wonder those people that post that type of shit is hot on that site and YouTube. You know, look up any pranks gone wrong, type 10 pranks, and you'll see majority of them have black people in it. Why? Because black people don't want to get messed with, and there's some.
Y'all just want to be left alone. I don't want to be bothered.
They can be a little bit more aggressive, yeah, because motherfucker, you just ate a piece of my pizza just because you're white or any other race that's submissive like that, and why motherfucker to eat a piece of your pizza. Yeah, it's a prank, but you do that to somebody you know. Yeah. You do that to somebody you actually care about. You don't do that to a stranger.
Or like, if I were to say, like, for example, I don't know, you walking down the street with a soda in your hand, like you got a can of Pepsi in your hand. I walk up to you and just smack it out of your hand. I'm just like, I would immediately just say, oh man, I'm just kidding. Here's one. And I just would like automatically like, here man, let me get you another Pepsi, and I'm okay. All's forgiven.
It's true. It's still it's not a prank, and you're still a dickhead, nigga. But you can't hate me for like snatching money. Like, give my shit, nigga. Yeah. Now I can understand some people can have a sense of humor about it, but most people just won't. Like I see some majority of black people, they brush it off like, oh shit, never mind, my fault. But like they get on, but they are looking for black people that are in the hood. That's why you put up any prank video, pranking in the hood. Like, what the fuck? You don't say pranking up in Chinatown, nigga.
Oh yeah, this is gonna because it's gonna make people want to watch it. They put in the hood.
Oh, they don't mess with some niggas now. Oh shit, like they don't put anything else. Pimping up in, pranking up in the mall in Beverly Hills. They don't put that shit.
Pranking in Beverly Hills.
They just gonna be cops on your ass real quick. White people ain't fucking around with that shit unless you run into that one gangster one that was just like super swole. It's just like, oh hell no,
I'm waiting for that Tyrone dude to get his ass whooped. I'm pretty sure he has gotten his ass whooped because I noticed in some of the videos when he getting in some dude that's like bigger than him in their face. It looks like he's about to swing on, but then the video cut off.
Exactly.
Because since his character is portrayed as a guy who can whoop anybody's ass and fuck anybody's wife, of course they ain't gonna have no video of him getting his ass whooped.
No, of course not. This is about the routine. It's about the aura. You gotta keep up appearances and this shit.
But so it makes sense for that. Whooped.
So it makes sense because if it was in Beverly Hills and they come up against that one dude that's super swole that's white, you don't have a billion comments saying, oh, this is why white people,
this is why white people can't have fun. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
White people don't know how to act, right? What the fuck, like, it's just, it goes...
Giving them a reason not to.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It all makes sense when you look at it.
Eddie Griffin said, for every action, there's a reaction.
Reaction. Equal or overly reactive. It makes sense to me. Just because you're born somewhere where phones are plentiful doesn't mean that this black person is automatically going to allow you to take their phones out their hands because they're probably around niggas that would do that and run off. You'll never see that nigga again.
Yeah, they ain't like back in the day where a phone was just a phone. People practically carrying their laptops around now.
Exactly. So nobody's playing with that. Nobody's playing with that shit. Even if you take somebody's scooter, and it's just one of those things where you taking people's scooters, like their little rides, and you bring up your boy saying, oh, it's just a prank the cameraman, and then you surprised that the dude you took it from turns back around and smacks your ass like the fucking Destroyer. What the fuck is his name? off of Thor, the first Thor.
Oh yeah.
And slaps Thor in the mouth. What was his name?
I don't remember
Destroyer or
his
some shit.
Yeah. I think that's what it was, the Destroyer. The little dude where the sun comes out of his face when he's shooting at people and shit.
Exactly, a big ass laser beam. If you get a Thor pimp slap, then you deserve it, motherfucker. Like that's what you get. You should know that somebody's gonna whoop your ass and like don't fuck with me on that shit. You don't know what people are on like that. And it makes I don't know. The thing is, I don't know why it doesn't make sense to people. Why it doesn't register up here. Why you shouldn't snatch somebody's shit and then expect them not to whoop your ass. I don't know. Maybe because you're a coochie like that. Maybe you're a piece of pussy. I could find myself being so comical about that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't smack you across the face and say, move on with your life, bruh. Ain't got time for that, sir. So, yeah, weird shit from pseudo-racist motherfuckers trying to get views on YouTube. They say exploiting race of people or actions of people, and then bring on more of a stereotype for them with it motherfuckers in comments just to get more views. That's what YouTube is about, yeah, boy.
This is another thing that has kind of bothered me, is the fact that it's getting down to the point to where people are getting more famous on Instagram and Vine now more than YouTube. Especially when it comes down to comedy stuff. And I don't know. I mean, I don't want anyone to like listen to this and just like, oh, it's because he's not known and he's nobody, so he can't. He doesn't have a place to talk shit. But in the case, I kind of do, because the fact that I feel like I put in more effort to them. But like JJ Ice Fish, whatever the fuck his Gaptooth name is, he's on Wildin' Out. He's on Wildin' Out because he can't sing for shit.
Right.
And DC, Young Fly, and I've even talked to my wife. I'm like, should I do a rant about this dude? Because I don't fucking like him. And she's like, no, you shouldn't. And I'm like, and to be honest, I might. You're probably going to get a preview of a rant I might do about him. Is that he is famous because he does 15 or depending on if he's on Instagram or Vine, he does 15-second rants, roast sessions with people. And he's on fucking Wildin' Out.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, if you're famous for like roasting somebody in 15 seconds, I would probably whoop your ass in a fucking hour roast session. Because you don't know how long it takes for this dude to actually look at the video. Possibly, if you're looking at a video of like a fat woman dancing, you're not just going to watch the video one good time and automatically think of a joke like that. Not that many people can do that.
Right.
You probably have to rewatch it again and again and again and again, especially since you're limited on time. Rather than YouTube, you can probably watch this like 80 times and come up with 15 minutes worth of shit to talk about. But this, you have 15 seconds, so like, not only are you probably recording this more than once, but you're probably recording a shit ton of them, and you're just happening to upload that happens to be the best one.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, even if Nick Cantor ever approached me saying like, "Hey, Matt, man, you're really funny when you're talking shit about people. You want to be walling out?" I would probably tell him no. Because it's mostly people on the internet that were quote-unquote famous or people who sold out.
I mean, eventually, yeah, motherfuckers gonna sell out, but I guess it depends on what your definition is. You know, people trying to, get up and making money, and everything doesn't last long. You can be famous on YouTube yesterday, and today you ain't shit, so you gotta keep it.
Fred and Shane Dawson are good examples. Fred got that Nickelodeon contract. He was like, fuck y'all. When I recently went to his channel has nothing but a bunch of educational type shit on there now.
Oh.
He doesn't even do like little sketches with his voice anymore or anything.
This makes sense because his whole demographic was children, so you might as well, you know.
Yeah, he got that
mind.
iCarly check. He was like, fuck y'all, I'm gone.
True.
And where is he now? He made 3 shitty movies that went straight to Redbox.
Right.
Speaking of shitty Redbox
Yeah, I bet
movies,
he got some
Shane
fat
Dawson
ass
is one of them. I haven't seen that motherfucker. I haven't even looked at his channel in a long ass time.
I mean, the thing is yeah, when you get up and leave, it's just when you you should have enough money to not do anything anymore. I'm pretty sure those motherfuckers got enough money where they don't have to do anything at all. They
That's the thing, though, is that, like, say, like, for example, like, you know, when I make it, and I have, like, an HBO stand-up special and all that, I would still be on YouTube doing either little sketches or stuff, or if I had, like, my own sketch comedy show, I would have, like, a contract saying, like, I will do, you know, sketch comedy on my YouTube, but, you know, specific ones, saying, like, oh, well, you can't do raggedy draws on YouTube anymore. You can only do it, you know, with, like, Fox or whatever.
Sign a contract.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, okay, well, I can do certain shit on Fox, and I'll do certain shit on YouTube. That's how I would have it balanced out. Because you never know what would happen. Because, like, for example, say, like, if Fred was if Shane Dawson was balancing out doing those shitty movies and YouTube, he might still be hot. I mean, I don't know, who knows, because, yeah. But ever since he came out with that shitty Smiley movie, and I saw that movie, it sucked major balls. And I saw his second movie on a Redbox, and I looked on Rotten Tomatoes. That shit had a shitty score. Not even a fucking top 10. That movie did horrible from what I read. And he's not hot on YouTube no more. And of course, Fred was relevant for a little bit because he announced he was bisexual, but I'm just like, who didn't see that coming? Everyone on the internet kept calling him gay.
Oh, really?
Oh, God. Fred's possibly gay? What? Oh, God. We didn't know this for, like, the last 15 years YouTube's been around. But,
you like sucking that coochie just right off the dick, huh? Okay. All right, that's good. You like taking it and giving it. It's just like no surprise.
maybe no. That's why you got that squeaky voice. You got lollipops in your ass. Hey guys, my name is Fred.
And it's just those things where it makes sense because of from how comfortable he was dressing up as, you know, a woman, and like he said, he has these characters in his head, and I'm just like, well, yeah, because we kind of want to bring that out and actually be that type of person. So I mean, good for him. Hey, go up.
Yeah, good.
Shit. But
good for you.
Overall, I think.
But you're probably not making as much as you previously have had in the past. He's probably not making as much money as he was. I know that's for sure.
At this point, he didn't spend it on.
He was hot before PewDiePie. It took PewDiePie a minute for him to get popular. It took him like what?
If he got residuals, he should be good.
It took PewDiePie to get popular for like what? It took him like, damn, I don't even know when he started. It was around the time he was still known, but there were still other people like before him.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he just happened to post
a podcast. Them niggas are.
Oh yeah.
I know they mad because they was at a time where YouTube wouldn't allow any video game footage to be on. Because as soon as they saw that you can get a top YouTube channel based off video games, and they can restructure YouTube around that. Instead of it being for views, they can be for length of videos and get everybody to be in the same type of category.
YouTube has been thinking about that, making like a separate channel just for gamers, because of the fact that's all who's kind of popular is video gamers.
That's true. I mean,
they've thought about it. I don't know if they're gonna go for it though.
You gotta look around, but I noticed that a lot of like top 10 videos are getting really big views, top 5 and top, you know, creepy pastas, shits, creepy Craigslist stories. There's a lot of people getting popped off the ads.
Should I do one?
Say again?
Should I do one? Like top things Matt does?
I mean, you could, but they building a whole top and, you know, some of the weirdest, the creepiest, the better. Some channels are really getting up there with those type of videos, you know, top creepiest, Craigslist stories, and I don't know why my sister got into hearing that shit, and I've been hearing it in passing, going, "What the fuck is going? What? What's going on? What the fuck, who? In the what? No. What grandma was like?"
Here's the top 10 porn stars I masturbate to.
Exactly. I mean, you can flip it on its head and do what you can. That's what I recommend. But I think one of the reasons why those characters on New Wild 'N Out are popular is just because teenagers are getting these phones that do amazing shit. If you think about it, if it was 50 years ago, you wouldn't think we'd be having stuff like this around. Like it's that small, that big of an achievement, and you know, the signals being shot into space, being sent traveling back down into your phone, into your hand, just so you can see Miley Cyrus twerking her ass or some shit. Oh yeah, I've seen the fucking commercial.
She's gonna be the fucking host. I'm like, she has too much black penis. She needs a white penis to even herself out.
To calm her down.
Oh my god, I saw those commercials and I'm just like, she looks like she's trying too hard to be a black woman and it's not working. It looks, it's kind of gross and disturbing.
I don't know why being black is a new, I'm being rebellious.
And it's kind of always been a thing, but it's like gotten to the point where like it's kind of getting to the point where white people are starting to act more black than black people. It's just like taking it to the next fucking level, and it was just like, and you're just sitting in your couch like, damn, we don't even fucking do all that. I saw one post on Instagram that someone posted saying it was like two white people doing the whip and nay shit, and they're like, when you see white people doing this, it's no longer yours.
Right.
Didn't Paul Mooney say it best? Black people can't have stuff for too long. The white people gonna come up and take it.
Well, you don't tell them to come up and take it.
Like that's why I tell people at my shows, don't go too fond of me. White people gonna come up here and take me too.
Take me too. They take your shit. They'll snatch your shit too. It's funny you say that because I was thinking the same thing when like how twerking has been around since the late 80s, but yet white people came up on it like they just stick up with it.
Yeah, like, women were doing it back in Africa and shit.
Exactly, and even if it's just American popular songs, but again, if it's
Miley Cyrus somehow made twerking popular.
It's nasty, it's unattractive, it's blip blip blop, but white people do it. It's the bee's knees, it's the thing to do.
Shaking your spinal cord.
I got white girls I know just now telling me, I was just learning how to twerk. I'm like, congrats, bitch. Like, what the
fuck? Bitch, twerking been around from like the 18th century and shit. You just not doing the shit?
Exactly, you just learn how to twerk. Okay, but this black girl I've been know, they've been doing it since way back when they grew up doing it. So I don't know why it's such an achievement for your bitch ass. But hey, good job. Go ahead and do what you do. Do what you do. So it's a weird occurrence of that type of stuff. It's very odd. I don't know to be offended or just dumbfounded by it. Or is this why white people? I don't know why. I was trying to make was that there's no these teenagers ain't got nothing else better to do but be on these sites and YouTube, even though everything's running down for under 5 minutes, that's too long. Everybody's attention span is fucked up. So you have to bring things down in 10 seconds. That's the only way people will remember your shit. And it's working, because I deal with a lot of young motherfuckers that always on Instagram, always on Vine, and they just quoting every single fucking thing off it. And I was just going, what the fuck are y'all doing? I don't know about this shit.
And that's another thing that really bugs me about quote-unquote Vine celebrities, is that the fact that most of their videos are like everyday shit that people go through. Like those videos because sadly I did a Vine about it when I was saying, what did I say in that Vine? I was like, bitches be like, white people be like, black people be like, I'm watching these videos and I'm like, and I'm just having a seizure on the floor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it's just like, you're not. I remember going on Vine and someone made a Vine saying, hey guys, how are we going to make a good Vine account? Oh, let's do bitches be like. And the other guy was like, no, let's do something original. And everyone's like, no. And I was like, yeah, that's true, because no one's fucking original on Vine. Everyone's always stealing shit.
Vine is the epitome of untalented motherfuckers getting too much screen time. It's basically the same shit all over again. It's putting a nasty rap song over footage of a cartoon, fucking Tickle Me Elmo and shit, and them doing a Dougie. It's people doing racist black and white. White people do this. White people do this.
And I'm like, yeah, I know why people do that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I know we eat cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And it's always a cute girl that's really attractive that always make the basic jokes. And that's saying she's not a sense of humor. It's just that, you know,
or like on Instagram, all like
how fine you is, bitch. If this was a regular looking dude, I'll be like, this nigga born. But since you fine as shit, and you like making ugly faces from time to time, you get a pass. And
that's another thing, is that a lot of times on Instagram, like, the most attractive females would complain about, like, y'all motherfucking dudes ain't shit. Why can't I find my real man? I'm like, I don't see why you having a fucking hard time. You must not be attracting the right fucking dudes, apparently.
That's true.
You ranting about it for 5 minutes and then posted it on Facebook. That sounds like that's your problem.
I think
got nice titties and a big ass, and you talking about, I can't trust these dudes out here. Oh, well, then suck it. Get a breast reduction, shrink your ass, and see if you get treated the same way.
Fall face flat on your face, just crush your shit, and just be less attractive. I was like, these niggas will get back up off you if you do that shit. Trust me.
Then we'll leave you alone.
Get fat and nasty, and yeah, we'll leave you alone. But no, you're not gonna do that.
All we need is a crease. All we need is a crease.
Exactly.
I love that Chris Rock joke.
So, I guess some dating knowledge for women out there. If you're very pretty, most dudes, why you can't find a good man is because if you're that fine, then most dudes are going to have to lie to you anyway, because you're not going to accept less.
Yeah.
So most dudes are going to lie.
Especially if you're looking all high maintenance and shit, we're going to lie.
Exactly. And they going to lie to you and say this, that, and the third, in the draws, they have you on their arm. And of course they ain't gonna be shit, because
do your investigation. Don't do that shit after we date you and shit. No, do your investigation right then and there. Don't wait till we fuck up to do an investigation. and then get in our face saying, see, I knew you weren't shit. I'm like, oh, but you weren't thinking that when we first hooked up.
Exactly. I hit you with the fantasy, and you took along with it. I mean, what can I do? You wasn't accepting anything less. I wanted the draws, so I had to say what I had to say.
And then I saw this one rant where a girl was like, oh, if you got a girlfriend, would you try to fuck me? Just say that. I'm like, well, we have, and guess what? We get smacked and cussed out for it, so of course we ain't gonna fucking do it. We ain't that fucking stupid.
You don't want that real shit. It's impossible. No. You really don't want that.
You want that real shit, and then you go and bitch and whine talking about, why motherfuckers always telling us that we got a girlfriend and shit? Why blood always coming out of me? No, I'm kidding. I'm being way sexist right now.
Perfect. Let's get some controversy. It's the truth, or it's funny. For me, the idea of you wanting the truth but not really accepting it is
you can't handle.
We can't tell you shit. We can't. You need a fantasy put on you. That's how you was raised up. That's how you was brought up by having this fantasy do, put into your life, and we have to become that in order to get what we want ultimately out of you. So it makes sense if you.
I'm totally about to watch Chris
Rock from that, but it's not viciously. It's just how we got to do to get in the draw ultimately. What do you expect me to do when you want Prince Charming, but I'm just a nigga down the block? What do you want?
Don't get me started on that shit.
What?
Saying like, oh, I want me a Prince Charming, but it'd be like fucking Jerome from around the corner.
That's true. They mess with. They want to live up to the fantasy, but as long
or they want a bad boy, but what was that photo I saw? It was like this girl wanted a bad boy, and didn't want the guy who wanted to be successful in life and shit, but didn't have his kids. They want that successful dude to take care of the dude's kids that he didn't want to take care of.
What the fuck?
It was some shit like that. I don't remember.
It probably exactly sound like that because that's how convoluted a lot of female logic is.